Dave here, how are you? Today I'm going to do a video which is going to be part of a series, but this is the first one on turning this piece of wood, bit of tree, into dimension timber. Now, the whole reason of doing this is a few weeks ago my mother, who is 87 years old, showed me a small pencil box that her grandfather had made for her when she was 4 years old. That's 83 years ago, and she treasures this thing. So I thought to myself, you know what? I've got a granddaughter as well who's coming up to being 4 years old. How about I make her a pencil box, but I take it one step further and I dimension the timber out of wood that I grew in my own backyard. Stick with me and I'll show you how we go. So this is a piece of Australian eucalypt bloodwood. This particular one died about 6 years ago, died standing. I pushed the bark off it and knocked it down with the chainsaw. Then I washed it because there was a lot of sand and stuff on the ground when it fell in the dirt. Washed it all off and I've left it in my shed overnight to dry out. Now this is not seasoning it, it's just drying out water wetness that was on the surface. Now the way I'm going to do this is I don't have a bandsaw or all that kind of stuff to mill timber, but I do have a little 6-inch jointer. I have a table saw, 10-inch blade, and I have this guy behind me, which is my planer thicknesser. And that's all I'm going to use. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a bow in the piece of timber. Now, I've already started on this particular one. I found the bow was going this way, and I pushed it over the jointer and achieved a flat surface. Now that I've got that flat surface, I can put that through my thicknesser. Now to do that, I'm going to raise the thicknesser all the way up. I'm going to push this through until I see the height, which is the highest point. Now I might be here or it might be here, I don't know. So I'll push that through until I take about 1 millimeter off that, and I'll drop it down another mil, and I'll take that. Now I'm talking about 1 millimeter. I normally only do a 1/2 millimeter in a pass, but at this stage, because it's only little narrow sections, that'll be a mil. When I get down into biting into more of the timber, I'll reduce it to 1/2 millimeter at a time. That will give me a parallel piece of wood. Then I can take it back to the jointer, turn it up on its edge, and push that side up against the fence on the jointer and get a 90 degree, and then start jointing the bottom. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, way ahead of myself here, but you can see where we're going to go with this. I'm going to dimension this, do a cut, put it through the thicknesser, and end up with beautiful timber.